like middle of December. And it rained enough and thawed out enough that we can hopefully get this little task done. We're hoping we can get a fence that's not temporary up in this area, kind of going to that post there, so that we can have a winter pen for the sheep off the barn that we built last weekend. We have some posts peeled. We just finished doing that really quick. In list of order, here's our jobs for the day. First job, get the post holes dug. I guess first job, start the tractor. Second job, get the post holes dug, get the posts in tampered so that we can put up this permanent sheep pen. Third job would be to get the material moved from where we want to put the temporary shelter for the tractor. Fourth job would be switch the post hole digger off, because this will be the last post job for 2020, and get the blade put on, because that'll probably be the next thing we'll need on the tractor.
Moment of truth. If the tractor starts, we'll see what Chris can do and then get busy. It's trying. Well, he's smiling at least. What? Third time's a charm? Wow, smoke coming out of it. Burn some oil. Uh-oh. Need to let it run a little longer. She needs to warm up.
I think so.
How crazy is this? We're December, I don't know, the 13th? Maybe the 14th? I'm not sure which. And we're about to attempt to dig some fence post holes. How often does that happen? Middle of December. So fingers crossed, everything wants to work. Dot the T's, cross the T's, dot the I's. And this goes well to make our winter sheep pen. If not, we're going temporary, but we kind of figured we'd give it a shot. First hole, not bad. Only 6 more to go. Well, so far so good. We have our 4 posts so far there. One, where's my finger? Right there, for the gate by the building. Right there, and Chris is about to go to our last post hole. Getting her lined up. We got our posts peeled, ready to go in. Fingers crossed. This is going to be smooth sailing. This will be one of our quickest fencing projects ever. The old girl is earning her keep today. This will be the worst one because it's down on the path. There might be some rocks in there, but then we'll take the auger off and swap it for the blade to be ready for the snow that's coming next week. All in all, not too bad. We had the last post on the corner, which we knew was going to be bad because it's right along the old path to the pit, which they'd put stone and gravel down for the big trucks. That one didn't go so well. Got about a foot down and it's a flat rock right there. So we're going to just use a wood post, and we've got wood fencing coming which will brace it all. All the other posts went amazing. I mean, beautiful. Look at this. Just pure sand all the way down. So one bad post isn't too bad, and like I say, it's our corner, which means it's going to be braced by boards both directions. So we're thinking to just use one of our square pressure treated posts and make a nice strong corner there. But anyways, time to take the auger off and put on the blade.
We are done with the tractor for the year, basically, aside from what we're going to use it for moving snow. But not this is a massively big job, but we have the blade on, so we've still got to figure out where we want to put this to cover it for the post hole digger. But anyways, little win for the day. So I'm standing at what's going to become a gate into our sheep pen. We are going to have two, but as you can see, our back fencing. We've got all our posts in, all but the one, which is the corner one here, went in really well, which was awesome. And that one, because it's a corner, we have a plan, so we're going to use a 4x4. But yeah, we're going to get these in place, see if we can get the cattle panels on them, and see if we can get this mostly finished before the end of the day. Alright, so we are not done, but we have our three sides up. So we're just going back now, and we've got to finish. We're only putting two rails on it, and they're basically there to keep the cattle panel in place, but they do help with the sturdiness of it. So this corner we had to use a 4x4 because we couldn't get in the ground. But you can see over there, that's kind of what it's going to look like all the way along. We'll just stagger everything. Not really going for looks as much as we are functionality. So
And using whatever we have.
yeah, using materials we have. So nice part of it is we had these deck boards. Again, maybe not the most cost-effective thing, but hey, it works now, and this is one less thing that we are going to have to do next spring. And we probably are going to do a little bit of that back fence. You can see there, just because some of that fence is not super sturdy. But anyways, going to keep going. So it's a couple days later, and we've had a pretty good, you can see the ground there, I forget, it was like -9 I think it was last night or something like that, and we have no snow cover, so some frost got into the ground. But we're only going to be back here super briefly as it's a weekday, but we just kind of wanted to get the last little bits of this done so that the material's up off the ground, and then beyond that, if anything else we can get done is just bonus. So as you can see, we got that side, the corner up and in, and all of our fence posts tampered in, etc. So, which was great to get done before the frost got into the ground. We're going to today finish this side, which is like 3 boards. We did some work the other day. I do a little bit of fixing to the fence just to straighten it up, so we pounded in that T-post there to keep the fence up. It's pretty sturdy, and then the one over there we had to pound in one beside it, and then the one also on the angle to hold it up. But the cattle panels are going to do most of the work, and this is just a sheep pen. But so we got this little piece we're going to do. It's 3 boards, and we're going to take a super quick opportunity here to put up that gate, and then yeah, maybe this weekend we'll come back to this side, but we don't absolutely have to do that to make this usable. So the gate plan is, I think this is an old pallet, but it seems to be in pretty good shape. So we're going to put the hinges on it and put it on the end of the building so that it swings off the building, which will keep it super sturdy. I think next year we're going to have to come back and probably brace this a little bit so it doesn't move, but for the winter it'll be just fine. Okay, so super little job, but now the cattle panel is securely attached to the posts. It's really the only reason why we're putting the boards on, just to keep everything there. The sheep don't really push on them too badly, so it's probably overkill, but that's okay. So that side's done. We still have this side to do, so if the weather cooperates we might come back and try to figure that out. But for right now, there's a bit of a gap where that shovel is, so if nothing else we'll have to come back and just overlap a cattle panel there. But we'll see if we can get the last one up and then sort of secured onto those fence posts. But if not, this will still work for the winter. Kind of gives them quite a bit of space. And then
only 6 of them.
Well, we may have, once we're done breeding though, we'll probably switch to this being the
Where all
the-
the moms go.
yeah, all the girls will go in here. Day's just getting started, so we're gonna go and do some actual work here. And yeah, we'll see what we get up to on this. At least we got it this far.
Gate.
But yeah, we need the
Still
We do-
need a gate.
we need a gate here eventually, but for now we're just using this temporary panel. I hate temporary,
We
but
kind of overkilled because we have 3 gates on this little pen.
yeah, but it's kind of a hub, right? Because they can come out towards the barn through here. We're going to, we've got a makeshift temporary thing there for this winter, but there will be a more permanent fence with a crib there and a gate to go down to the channel to the back pastures. So the sheep can just kind of come right out of here at that gate. Or, because we have the pasture that's kind of the riding ring, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, we can open that up and let them out there. So we've got some options for sort of early in the year. I mean, come summertime, they're always going to go out that gate to the back, but in the early spring when there's lambs and stuff, this is great because they can go into this pasture up here on the hill is, well, this year it isn't, but for next year
It will be lamp-proof.
it'll be lamb proof, so which is good to keep them close to the house. We'll have the building, which is awesome, and then they're really good about running in. So if we need to run anybody in the barn, it's, you know, it'll be super simple. Everything will be.
In the spring, they'll have the farmyard to eat as well.
Yeah, because the eventual plan, which I don't think we're going to get all the way there, is to have this as kind of a back farmyard. So obviously the rabbits will move a little bit and some of the buildings will move around, but the space in the middle will be kind of left more or less open, but fenced in on all sides with options to run to different buildings or different little pastures. So I feel about at least getting something mostly done.
It's good because they're still using the pasture now, but my mind is at ease knowing there's somewhere to put them once
Once
we
the
can't
snow-
run. Once the snow comes, the horses might still go back to the back pasture, but the sheep aren't going to run through that snow. So
No, so we now have somewhere to put them.
yeah.
And we
And
did
it's
it.
gotten frozen, so we won't have mud.
I was going to say, we managed to get it, our fence posts dug and in the ground.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing before the freeze came. So